afternoon, my name's Aaron Valentine. I'm sales manager at Snow's Kia in Basingstoke. We're privileged to have 3 new models this January, in forms of GT. So I just want to show you around these cars, a few of the features, show you how great they are. I'm going to start with the Ceed GT. It's a 5-door hatchback. This car's only available as a 6-speed manual. The first thing I'll show you is the LED headlamps, which are an ice cube style with 4 lights around the outside with the driving light in the middle. We'll then move across to the new Tiger Nose grille, which has got a black and red insert now, which is exclusive to the GT model. And then down at the bottom is the new splitter, which again has got the red for the GT versions. As we walk round to the side of the car, the GTs have an exclusive wheel on the Ceed and Pro Ceed, which with a centre cap in the red and also the red calipers. They've also got a premium tyre, which is the Michelin Pilot Sport, which are very nice tyres and give the car plenty of grip. We then move up here to the wing mirror covers, which are black on all the models, with an LED insert in there as well. All the 3 cars here are keyless entry with a push button to get in and out of the vehicle, and obviously a push button inside to start the car. And again at the bottom on the skirts, we've got the red that complements the front and the grille. Coming round to the back, again it's spoilt with a lovely GT badge and some very nice twin exhausts. The actual exhaust note on the Ceeds, there's 2 modes. There's a normal and a sport mode. In the sport mode it does become quite noisy, slightly antisocial but good fun. As we come around to this side of the vehicle, just give it the final glance of that car as the 5-door hatchback. We move slightly to the left here. This is the all-new Pro Ceed. Any Kia followers will know that the previous Pro Ceed was a 3-door version only. This is now a 5-door sporting brake. The great thing with this car is it gives you more boot space than over the hatchback, and it gives it a great look at the back end of the car. Again, it's got the twin exhausts, it's got some lovely LED rear lights, which I will demonstrate. I'm just going to turn them on for you, because there are a whole band across the back of the vehicle. Hopefully you can see that in the sunlight, but a very, very good looking rear of the car. The other thing with the Pro Ceed is the boot is rather large. You get plenty of stuff in there, golf clubs, and seats go flat, you can get your bike in there, all sorts of bits and bobs in there. But fabulous looking car. Yeah, we'll just walk round to the side here. You can just see the side profile of the Ceed, Pro Ceed GT. I'm just going to show you inside this one before I move on to the Optima, because the interiors are very similar between this car we're looking at now and the normal Ceed. So inside here we have these new lovely GT seats, quite heavily bucketed with an Alcantara seat with a leather side which is perforated. Very nicely finished dashboard and gear lever here, full leather gear knob, obviously automatic on this version. This is the 8-speed satellite navigation, which has full Bluetooth connectivity plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All your climate settings are here, and we've also got heated front seats and a heated steering wheel on this model. Steering wheel's got a multi-function with lots of functions on here, so you can control your phone, your stereo, cruise control, all sorts of different information that you can get on the dashboard. The other thing you get on the automatic is the paddles to shift up and down the gearbox. I won't push them now because I don't want to go anywhere. And some lovely dials which finish the car off really nicely. I will put the car into drive. This is just to demonstrate some of the new features you get in the centre of the dash. Obviously gives you fuel consumption figures, nav stuff, tyre pressures, all sorts of other settings. Being a sport, it does have a more sporty digital speedo in there, which also gives you a torque gauge and a turbo gauge for people interested to know what you're doing. Other than that, it's got black headlining. Hopefully Chris can show you, and just show you the rear seat space as well, which is pretty good. It has got sensible headroom in the back of this car, even though it has the coupe look. So yeah, it's good for 5 adults should you need to get them in. Just going to exit the car now and look at the Optima. So again, the Optima, this is another GT version. This car is a 2-litre turbo, 240 horsepower automatic, which is a 6-speed gearbox on this vehicle. Again, from the outside of this car, it's quite discreet, although you would tell it's a GT, and the red calipers and the GT badge on the back. Otherwise, looking around the car, it's very similar to the normal car with some very subtle differences. The other big change to this car to the normal car is the interior. It has a fabulous red and black leather. This leather interior is exclusive to the Optima. And this car in here is very, very comfortable, very luxurious. This car will eat miles without any hesitation. It's got an upgraded stereo, which is Harman Kardon in here. All of the stuff that we've talked about previously. This one also has adaptive cruise control as well, so you can set your speed on the motorway. That will then follow the car in front of you up to a limit that you set. So very, very nice if you're doing lots and lots of long journeys. Similar steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel like the other 2 cars we've looked at. Sat-Nav is very similar, although it's packaged slightly differently in this car. But an extremely high specification, and it drives fantastically well. This one also has a drive mode, so you can put it into sport, which is down here. That does adjust the suspension on this vehicle, as well as the steering and the noise that the car will produce. The suspension is the only one in the range that changes, whereas the rest of them are just sort of got a different setup all the time. But a fabulous car. Now, all 3 of these cars are available at Snow's Kia in Basingstoke. We'd love to invite you down to have a look, take a drive. These 2, on the grey one and the black one, they're both registered demonstrators, so we can do a proper drive so you can really get a good understanding of the product. They're both backed by the Kia 7-year warranty, and we've got a full deal of services at Snow's in Basingstoke. So I'm Aaron. Please come down and see the sales team, or call us on 01256 466 111. Thanks for your time.